It's your video. I'm just here for the ice cream.
Howdy ho, Will. What's up, everybody? You know, the local ice cream shop that seems to share my name. Its current flavor is salty caramel pecan. How does that sound?
Sounds pretty good.
We got our
Is
pilot.
it soft serve or is it
It's custard, so it's fairly soft.
Yeah.
We got our pilot lights on because we are all in our grain header over to field 10. Hey, RJ Lemmings, what's up? Because our soybeans are in. And depending on what we get done, we might just run up to the BGA and unblanket that. And we're going to have to take out a loan to get that fired up. And also get a wheel loader. Hey, James. All right, we're just going to stop here and let him take that off. I'm gonna take that off right here, and then I'll go park the truck.
Yep. A little pull off up the road there.
Yeah. This little turnaround pull off is quite the convenient area for us farmers. We can just pull off here. Just park our truck. Alright, we're just going to jog back over to the farm and pick up our grain truck. Hey, I'm just going to run back to the farm and get the truck.
Yep.
Hey, Darren. Hey, Anthony. I'm doing pretty good. We are coming into late autumn, and we have learned that the amount of area that we have marked off for our cow pasture basically is going to support about 160 cows. Because it's day 5 of autumn, and they have consumed all the grass that is in the pasture. So that's telling me that kind of our happy point is somewhere between 150 and 160 cows to make it all the way into winter before we run out. The trees are looking quite nice. Go on and just hop the fence here. I want to show you the graze mod telling me I got 0 grass here. See, it's all cut down. They have eaten it down to the stubble, if you will. Oh, what's the good news? We've got our semi and our low loader here already set up to pick up the wheel loader. Here's our grain truck. We're going to use the grain truck and the gravity wagon today. And we're back.
You gonna plant winter wheat or anything?
We did, remember?
Oh, yep.
Put it over here where the corn was.
I didn't know if you're gonna plant anything on these soybean fields or not.
I don't know if we'll have time. Got 4, 5 fields to pull off. Got 7, 9, 10, 11, and 13. 13's that big one.
Very, very true.
Sit up here. And let's go check the biogas. See if this bunker is done cooking. It was close to being done cooking earlier. It is almost done cooking. Alright, let's see what loader we're going to get. The big JCB, I guess. Or we can get a New Holland again, but we've already got that, so let's just get the big JCB. And what we're going to need, how much are we going to need to fire this thing up? We're going to need $240,000 to fire this thing up. And we're going to need $200,000, right? To
we're averaging
to get this wheel
over
loader.
100 bushels per acre right
182.
now.
We'll need 190,000 there. So 240 and 190, so it's 340. 340, 420, 430, $430,000. Let's go take out. I don't know what load on beans is supposed to be.
Me either.
Let's see here, 400.
My farming knowledge is limited to YouTube, Farm Sim.
Let's borrow up to 450 just to have a little
subsistence farming as a child.
There we go.
That's about it.
$450,000. All right. Let's buy up our wheel loader. Get any? Did we? That. And then going to buy it. All right, now we have bought our BGA. Now we have to start feeding it. All right, let's get back down here and help him out. I think he'll make it back around, right?
Oh yeah, should be fine.
All right, I'm gonna hang out here, and then I'm gonna go pick up the wheel loader. Because we just fired up the BGA. We just bought that. Just bought the wheel. Got a pretty sizable loan. Oh.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna partner with your girlfriend's dad. Okay. Oh, you're gonna buy 500 acres together. Is that what you're saying? Oh. That sounds... That's either going to be quite profitable or...
bunker silo's done.
Oh, it is? Oh, I didn't see the message.
Yeah, just popped up.
Sweet. It's just up there, knows it. 9%. So I wanted to fire up the BGA because I want that steady income as opposed to just a big massive sell-off. Really think that that's going to be more beneficial for us in the long run. Guess we'll fill up the back first. And we're going to save the soybeans here and the corn, but we're going to sell off all the other crops that we might have. which I think is probably just wheat. All right. Jump over here to our semi. There we go. Hey Kyle, what's up? I haven't seen you for a long time, I don't think. If that bunker is done, then we can just go ahead and buy or uncover that silo up there and go ahead and dump our first 30,000 liters of silage in. You look at the at our bank account, you'll see that we're slowly increasing, $1 at a time. That's the BGA already churning out some money for us. Guardrail jumped out and bit me. Okay. Yeah, I thought I had seen you the other. I thought, yeah, remember you being around the other night. Just it seems like you've been, if you've been watching, just silent for a while. All right. Let's see here. Let's unfold the trailer. Pick this up. Hold it up. Back her on up on here. Oh no! Scourge of FS17's tires. Is there a way to make this wider? Doesn't look like it. Right. Hold it. Back up. And Y to bind or load. That's right, it won't be an issue in 19 because of the fact that wheels will be a cylinder and not just a round vertical plane. Alright. Let's throw on our flashers. I don't have wide load sign on. Let's head on up to the BGA. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it on a scrape site this morning. Didn't bother really digging into too far into to where it came from. Whoa, 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 whoa! Well, I thought I had locked the load down, but I guess it didn't work. See this little field here, little field 3. That was a problem to do with the forage harvester. Just was probably really too small to be doing that. Yeah, I know. That would be really neat to be able to do straps with a with equipment that would actually chain it down to some hard points that was predefined on the machinery. All right. Go ahead and unblanket this thing. So we have 1.6 million liters of silage in there, and you cannot tell that at all, can you? And it does not look very full. The bunker is just so dang big. Alright. So the way, if you're not familiar with the BJ extension, the way it works is... we're going to put this ramp up. Run the ramp up. The way the BJ extension works is you fill the digester here, or the Silo King, with 30,000 liters. Why does this thing go? With 30,000 liters of product. So unlike the in-game, the standard capacity of 50,000 liters, you only run this up to 30,000 liters. And you'll see that the Silo King's not running right now. See, it's not running right now. It only runs at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. And when it does run, it basically generates electricity. And the electricity that it generates, it then gives us money back throughout the day. So the goal is to basically fill this thing and have it full every morning and every evening before 8 a.m. I don't know why it's only going up by a little amount. I wonder if the version mod is doing something weird. I'll have to test that afterwards. Oh, your son's saying he's got to go to bed.
Hi, Diamond Gamer.
Let's see. Yeah, see, I think it's... See if it'll even take the next scoop. I think it's the conversion mod is doing something wonky with the
I'll be right
readout.
back, Klein.
All right.
Go tell him good night.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, well, I've got 4 tons per scoop. I don't know what it's reading out. See, no more capacity, so it's at capacity. We'll just back this up. Cut it off. Come up here, we'll see that its bunker fill level is 30 M3, so that's 30,000 liters. And basically we're producing 110 kilowatts at the moment. Now at 8 p.m., this thing will start turning on. It'll start consuming material, and the power production will go up. As the power production goes up, then the amount of money we get per game hour will go up also. Hey Brent, what's up? Bryant? You can get the BJ extension mod over at FSUK or at modhoster.com. Those are 2 places I know that it's would be a safe place to get it. But FSUK is where I got this one. So what it does is it basically turns the BGA into a factory. Gone will be the days of a major silage sell-off. Won't be selling hundreds of liters of silage per hour or per day, because you can only put 30,000 liters in there, and then you have to wait until 8 p.m. for it to start to consume it, and then at 9 p.m. it will stop. So you can basically feed it from 8 to 9 to keep it full. And you can also put all kinds of other stuff in it. So, for example, we're going to haul some manure up there. Actually, we're going to haul slurry up there.
All right, I'm back.
And we're going to get a bonus. We're going to get a manure bonus for hauling slurry up there. I'll haul some liquid poo up there and get my manure bonus.
So you could put liquid or solid in?
Yep.
Okay. And is there a mixture bonus too, or?
I don't know. There's some fancy math that you could probably do, because you can put grain in there, you can put hay in there, you can put some other stuff in there, and each product has like a different mass and energy production and a bunch of other weird stuff. If you understood the math, you could probably figure out what the optimal mix was. Hey country girl, what's up? Alright, let's go over here and get our slurry tank.
Yeah, I've got it installed on my single player stuff. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, you don't want to fire up the BGA until you actually have material to put in it, because if it runs completely out, you kind of have to start it up again.
Was it like $100 grand to open it up or something?
240.
Wow.
But you'll be able to make the 240 back in like, I don't know, 10 or 12 game days. Let's pull up the pull up this menu. So now let's look at the so here's the biogas. Okay. So now the biogas plant will take wheat, barley, or canola. So you don't get any money for it, but they take it. They also take potatoes, sugar beets, and sugar cane. They take manure and slurry. Again, you don't get any money for it. They take silage, straw, grass and hay and pellets. Okay, so you don't get money as much as, or right away, because it's not a sell point. But if you take, let's say, wheat up there and dump it in, it will go towards your 30,000. And different products will get consumed at different rates. So it's kind of an interesting mod. I used it on Rathlin Island, and I was getting about $25,000 a game day in BGA income. So we were doing 9-day seasons. So obviously, you know, I was getting a couple $100,000 a season, just on feeding the BGA, and I was easily getting close to 900,000 a year, I think, in feeding the BGA. Hey Ollie, hey Chris. Yeah, with integrated graphics, it's hard to say how it's going to run. Oh, good. Just missed it. I've got a Dell laptop that I use when I travel, and it might not run 19. It runs 17 on low pretty badly. I think I might be in the same boat as you. At least when I travel, it is.
You can just when you travel, you'll just have to play Retro 17.
Yeah, I just have to do off-camera ghost work.
Yeah, just extend it to 20-year Emerald Coast. Speaking of Emerald Coast, CCS, when's that map coming out?
No pressure, no pressure.
Of course, always pressure. No.
You want it to be right.
I want it to be beautiful, as it always is.
That's right. You want the purdy.
I'm looking forward to his and then Mercury Farms.
I don't know what I've got internal on the
I was hoping Mercury would
on
drop
the
this
laptop.
week, but
We won't see an update to the testing thread, at least until Friday. Because Listern's on. He mentioned he had a couple of days off. He said 2 days, and that was today. I assume he would be back in the office on Friday, but that's so weird.
yeah, you'd think he'd put in just for a long weekend.
With tomorrow being the 2-month bell to release, I suspect there's not much. There's probably not much leave being granted next 8 weeks.
Yeah, you're not getting out of work at Giants right now.
Oh, we got a deadline, buddy. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna have to probably lower this ramp. So what I found out on Rathlin was if I put manure in here, it went toward the 30,000. If I dumped slurry in here, it didn't. Where is... Why is it not? Why is it not taking it? Spin it around. Oh, it goes into the digester? Okay. We'll try that. On Rathlin, I had like a pit. I had like a slurry pit I was able to dump it in. No, it doesn't go in here, does it? Alright, good. Alright. I don't see it. Alright, we'll figure this out later. Hey, Alan. The only thing I know is that it was sent back to... let's get this out of the way. Sent back to Alien Gym for testing. Well, not for testing, but for... to work on some minor issues. And he corrected those issues in a very short period of time and then sent it back to Giants. Hasn't made the testing thread yet, so all we can really assume is that it's just pending testing again. Maybe it's below the ground. I'll have to put it in editor later and see if I can find it. We'll just park this over here for now. Not over here. It's fuel. It's the digestate. It's a scale. It's not working. Hey, Aaron, what's up? Oh, well. There, I hit it. There, thanks for saying I had hit it. I didn't even see the icon come up. You see, I'm getting a manure bonus. And as a result, my kilowatt hours is going up.
Pharmer, client 0, viewers 1.
Whoa! Almost stood in the poo there. Uh-oh, we got a hailstorm coming up.
It showed up on mine.
Oh, well, maybe it's only going to hail up here at the BGA.
That should be 6 hours away, though. Isn't that what that means? I thought. I can't remember.
All right. Yeah, I didn't know where it was because, like I said, the only time I've ever used this mod was on Rathlin. And on Rathlin, he had a slurry pit off to the side that took it. I just backed up to the slurry pit and dumped it in. Look at that. These roads look great. Roads are great with the trees all colored up like that. Guys, I wanted to mention about the scrolling banner, the scrolling marquee text down at the bottom. I'm doing something new with YouTube in that you can do a super chat donation to a charity, and for the next 2 weeks we're going to do charity the American Red Cross to help send some much needed support down to North Carolina and South Carolina after the hurricane. So if you're interested in donating to the American Red Cross, 100% of your super chat will go towards that charity. Just click the little heart with the hands down there at the chat, and that will bring up a little interface for you to work through. There is truck. Tab. There it is. Yeah, 40 inches of rain is ridiculous. You know, 3.5 feet of rain. On top of the storm surge coming in. I was talking with DoughBoy the other day, and he was saying how he was basically hauling cows and livestock out of North Carolina, trying to get them in higher ground and safer ground. But just imagine how many dairy cattle or pigs or turkeys, chickens, whatever, how much livestock just is gonna be lost as a result of the flooding. It's gonna be monumental.
I think I heard on the news today that they're estimating like 1.6 million chickens are dead.
Yeah, I expect those chicken houses would flood, and Place for him to go.
Yeah. Just imagine how nasty that it's gonna be. Ugh. Just the cleanup's gonna be awful.
Yep.
Well, you tell you what, you tell your viewers if you can get $20, I'll match it tonight.
Well, you just told him.
Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, if you guys donate 20, I'll match it. I'll have to do it at the end of the stream though. Oh, thanks, DB.
Oops. There we go. Oh, emptying the wrong one. Didn't want to empty that. I thought I was emptying the truck. Can I not empty the truck when I'm loaded? Huh. I'll have to try that next time and see if I can empty while I'm hooked up. I'm gonna go down here because I want really this detail bit down here past the map boundary with the pond is pretty cool touch. I almost wish that go over here and check this out, but the fence there is pretty much the boundary. To have that that water through there, pretty cool. Just wish you could go over there and do a little fishing. Looks like a great place to do a little fishing.
Like a scene from Andy Griffith or something.
Yeah.
It does look cool through the trees. Especially like in the harvester, you come up over the hill a little bit and it's right there.
Yeah. The whole field just kind of fades down to this bottom corner. Yeah, private property, they definitely want to keep you out, don't they? They've got a visible fence. It's like that cool invisible wall on competition server. Trees.
Yeah.
Tease you with trees, and then you try to go cut them, and you're like, whoa, what did I run into?
You can't even run across them. When I first got on, I was trying to just run through the forest to one of the fields, and it
Shortcut.
kept bouncing me off the wall. You want to run the harvester on the next one?
That's fine. Let's see here. What do we got going on?
Nine and 11 right here, I think. Right? Yeah.
9, 11, and 13.
I love field 11.
So we need to plow 5 and
cool.
3.
So you need to plow 5 and 3
At some point. This thing have, wonder if this does crop destruction. Let's just check it out. Hey, Jared. Hey, Tim. Oops, let's not run into that truck. Yeah, that's the, oh, nope, oh good, I'm not destroying that. But I don't think I'm going to be at the, yeah, they're all duplicates of the same building. Oh. They're all duplicates of this building right here, which is in the map. Just took this building and duplicated it. Put it there, there, and over here. Right there. See where it is. I thought it fit pretty good right there. It comes out a little bit right here. I don't know, that's, yeah. Then I put a bale stack in here. Straw. Support my chickens.
10's done.
Bring some barley up here. We gotta bring a tractor up here with that trailer. Over to 9. Yeah, it would be, you know, it is kind of, would be cool if there was more of a common environment between consoles and PCs with respect to mods. Maybe that'll somehow change in 19. Oh, what's our ice cream truck doing?
All yours.
High five.
You said 5 and 3 need a plow.
Yeah.
I can start on that if you want. Should they be further sprayed first?
Yeah, that would that'd be more efficient.
You
There's
have
a
any fertilizer or no?
There's a flatbed with a ton of fertilizer in it. Yeah, that one building.
I'll come fertilize field 10 first.
You know, I actually didn't notice it. I didn't look that close on the on those trucks or vans. And now Upper Mississippi River Valley is huge. It would in its current state, it would never hit the mod hub, even if it was submitted, because the file size is too big. I think the limit on the mod hub was like 768 megs, and Upper Mississippi River Valley, well, it was re-optimized, and it was, I think, made a little smaller. I think it's still over that amount though. And it's a 4X map. And I was hearing that 4X maps and consoles weren't compatible also, which maybe it's maybe it's loading the textures in memory, maybe it's filling the console's memory buffers. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, well, you could also on that building, you could also scale it a little bit. I don't know how scaling that building would work, but if you made sure you had all the buildings selected, you could scale it maybe to 80% or something. What was Farmall saying? Was he talking about the van drivers being backwards, or 4X in consoles, or what? I see Dark Mage is in there. Y'all have met Dark Mage now? Seemed kind of cool. I really enjoyed the 6 months, I think, that it took for us to play a year on Upper Mississippi River Valley. I found it enjoyable. We worked all the fields. I did see where he had posted that he was pretty much, I guess, done until 19. So it looks like any updates to UMRV and that other map that he was working on that never came to light, I guess they're on hold until 19. That's okay, we have plenty of outstanding maps to play. I probably have a good 20 maps in my list of maps I would like to eventually play list. And dagnabbit, new maps keep coming out that I'd like to play. I can never get back to that list. Yeah, he supposedly had beef cattle in the other one. Well, I'll let you guys know the first I hear any news about Mercury Farms. Hey, Gold Pack, what's up? Goats that made wool. Was that an FS UK map? It was fairly recent, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was fairly recent. Because Hofbergman had goats that made milk. We are doing 100 bushel an acre in our yield. Yeah, let me... Yeah, I looked it up. It wasn't cashmere, it was something else though, right? Gold pack. Got 1 million from the Nuggets. It's got 4 fields. He's having trouble spending his money. Well, are you playing with or without seasons?
Buy more fields.
That's it. Definitely, you could expand by buying more fields. You could buy more fields and get some bigger equipment. I'll tell you one thing, you can buy more animals.
There you go.
There's that field over by the grass, or by the sheep. I put that in grass, and that was like my sheep area. And that was before I realized that sheep hardly ate any grass. So I had all this grass. So then I made, then I just mowed it and I put it up to the BGA. So if you're not doing any BGA work, you could get into that. You haven't invested in cows, that would be a good time to do that. All right, well, I would say sheep would be the most simple animal to get to. So with sheep, just buy up some sheep, maybe 25 sheep, and all sheep need is grass or hay, either or, and water. Okay, so you would need a water tank. In-game water tank would work in the animal section. You can just get a mower and a forage wagon. and basically put the mower on the front and forage wagon on the back of a tractor and just pick up some grass and dump that in their trough, and they'll start producing wool. And then you can they'll produce wool very slowly, but then you can take the wool and sell it at the spinnery in town. Pigs are fairly easy, except they need 5 different crops to feed them. Are you PC or console? That would answer a few things. Yeah, you'll have to clean up after the animals, so they'll kick food out of the trough on the ground, and you'll have to clean up after them. If you're on PC, table manners. Okay. But since you're on console, you'll have to clean up after them. This little skid steer, and once a day you just scoop it up, dump it back in the trough. No big deal. So in game under animals, you'll need this water trailer. You buy this and haul the pigs or the sheep back from the buy point. Bigger one. I guess that's one thing I could do with 19 comes out, is just start making tutorials, right, on random things.
Oh yeah,
I never did that for 17 because I figured there was enough people that already had them out. Plus, I was kind of still learning.
For strategy guides.
Can do strategy. You have to put it in the I'll go up here. Silage you have to dump in this. So you can't just pull up next to it. You have to dump it.
You made a couple. Didn't you make one?
You have to dump it up in there.
And then logging.
I did kind of how to log. Easy logging. Because I guess lots of people struggle with logging with the in-game stuff. So I was just showing people how to do it with the in-game tree saw, which I think gets used the least of anything in-game. And that makes cutting down trees like cake. Just walk up to a tree and just saw it off with the tractor. And then using the winch mod to haul your trees out and kind of get them all lined up.
Yep.
Measure mod to cut them all to length, and then the wonderful duo forks to grab a couple because it's got straps. Load them up with that log trailer, the turntable log trailer. The thing's very stable. It's got wide tires on it. It's real stable. Oh, logging makes lots of money. You make tens of thousands of dollars a day in logging. Yeah, logging can be fun. Now with 19, you're gonna have to buy your forest. You have to buy your logging areas. Forgot about this field here. I love this little field. Got so much little character to it.
Field 11.
Yeah, it's got character. It's got this dog leg thing. It's got a bale down here and off to the side.
It's kind of dug into the side of the hill, I think on the left side.
Yeah. Yeah, I was hearing about that on the competition map. Once you get your feet wet with sheep, then you can move into cows. Cows are a little more involved because cows take grass as a food source. Cows need straw. And if you give cows straw, they'll start producing manure. Manure you can use to fertilize by a manure spreader. They take water. So you give them water and they'll start producing slurry, which again you can use as fertilizer. And then they take something called power food and hay or silage. So power food, you would have to use a mixing wagon to mix it up. And the easiest way to mix it up is to do bales, in my opinion. And you would do like 2 bales of hay, round or square, doesn't matter. A bale of silage and a bale of straw in the in-game mixing wagon. That'll give you 16,000 liters of power food. And if you make power food, don't feed hay or straw separate, because when you put power food in the trough, it will add. If you put total mixed rations in, it will add power food and hay / silage at the same time. Then cows will produce milk, and milk will auto sell at midnight every day, so that'll give you kind of some steady income. Yeah, Raz was telling me about how he was going to cut through a forested area to get to a field, and discovered it had a force field.
Just minding my business, wanting to take a walk in the woods. Silly force field.
Check it out. Didn't take a stroll through the woods looking for any hidden Easter eggs. Yeah, I wish the winch was a console mod also, but since it adds functionality,
I just thought of something CCS needs to put in his map.
Uh-oh.
Like an old junker car, or like an old garbage dump out in the woods.
Not Lancey boy.
No, I mean, but they're everywhere.
Well, now you've pushed the map back a week. Look, you got
like an old Buick with a tree growing through it.
Yeah.
old missile silo. That'd be fine.
Old missile silos.
Yeah, they're on the East Coast.
Down in Tennessee.
Oh no, I don't think we have it here. New Jersey, New York State, I think.
Right, well that pretty much does this field. Like I said, it's small, but she's got oh, there's a little more over there. Small, but she's got character with those bales over there off to the side. You could wash your potatoes before you take them to the compost master.
Nice.
Oh, did you see that? Did you see that mod in the mod hub where you get like 100% bonus if you sell potatoes or sugar beets in pallets?
Yeah.
So if you go to the effort of actually palletizing it, you get more money.
That's nice. And then there's that storage mod that does that too. Was it GTX or LS made it? I can't remember. It's a placeable you put down, and one of them's storage and the other one's a sell point. And if you, you can only sell them by the scoop or by the pallet, and it pays more than selling it loose.
Yeah, that's the LS Mod Company did that one.
So I wonder if you could compound it. You get that mod plus that placeable, and now you're making bukus.
Well, you have to try.
Right? I'm just up here fertilizing. Oh, you need me to come empty you?
Yeah, I'm good. Done this field. I'll be done before I'm full. I can just go across the street and unload. Yeah, on Emerald Coast, pig food is like $1 a liter.
I thought I'd... Well,
It's
might as well fertilize all these, right?
It's far cheaper for me to just buy bulk pig food than to worry about feeding all the feeding the pigs individual food components. I can just sell everything I make, and then just go down to the ag shop and take my trailer and get me some bulk food at $1 a liter.
That's what we're doing on Blackbird. So we have pigs. We're just buying the pig food because you make more putting your crop into production.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to feed them individually back then. Emerald Coast, I'm being a little lazy with the pigs. It did indeed. Churn did have that at the pig farm. Put the truck. Oh, I didn't bring the truck down here yet. Okay. If you can get it.
Here, I get it.
You have a passenger?
Yeah, I got it. What field's next? 7, I think.
Yeah, I want to go over 7. It is indeed my Chevy Duramax. Got a fifth wheel. Got a toolbox. We got antenna whips. And we got safety lights. Let everybody know we are hauling a load. It's over at modhub.us. Just search Duramax. What is this? 3500. It has all kinds of interesting options. Multiple toolboxes, multiple bed configurations, multiple rims and wheels. It's marginal. Mirrors don't work.
It's almost too many configurations.
You could spend about 3 hours just trying different things.
Is Darren working on a Chevy dump truck? Thought he was.
Yeah, like an old farm truck. Oh, what is Seasons? Well, it is, I've got a 9 video playlist that goes through what Seasons is. It's quite involved. But basically, at the heart, it tries to emulate the real-life seasons of spring, summer, winter, or autumn and fall, autumn and winter, and tries to basically establish farming patterns around those seasons. You would do field prep and planting in spring. You would do fertilizing and grass work and various things in summer. Autumn is pretty much for harvesting. And winter is winter. Not a lot of people can do farm work in the winter because it's too cold and you have snow. So it can snow in winter. The trees change color. In winter they drop their leaves. In spring, depending on the geo. So there's geos which emulate different weather patterns and crop harvest and planting patterns in various areas of the country, or not just the country, the world. So like right now we're in autumn, so you can see trees are kind of changing color. When we move into winter, the trees will drop their leaves, the grass will die off, any crops that we didn't harvest will wither and die off. So I've got a playlist about seasons. Go ahead and check that out. It does add a great bit of entertainment, I think, to the game, because the base game is a lot of kind of wash, rinse, and repeat. You can just churn through things. You could harvest, plant a field, and harvest the same field the next day, type of a thing. But with seasons, it takes you a long time to get stuff. Kind of got to plan things out. Make sure you're prepared to plant when it's time to plant. If it rains, you can't really harvest in the rain. You have to wait for the crop to dry out.
Oh yeah, that crop moisture's got me a couple times.
I think we were talking about that 3-day geo that came out. That Romanian geo that was supposedly designed for people that want to play 3-day seasons.
Wow.
Then there was the same geo that was, I guess, re-engineered for longer season lengths. But what the guy was saying was that it's possible with 3-day seasons that with the randomizer for weather, that you could end up with, let's say, rain all 3 days of autumn. And as a result, you don't end up with a dry crop condition in order to do any harvesting. Or like with these soybeans that only came due late autumn. Well, if you do 3-day seasons, you have 1 day to get it in. But if that day is rain, and then it doesn't stop raining until late in the afternoon, then you might just be a total loss because you had no opportunity to get it in. So apparently it plays with the weather percentages to the point where it like assures that you're going to have dry weather during harvest, so that you can be assured that you won't lose crop. But then he did the same geo with without that weather, without that optimization of weather patterns for longer seasons. So he wouldn't recommend doing the 3-day season mod with like 12-day seasons. You might get undesirable results.
Undesirable results. I like it.
Yeah, I lost me a fair bit of crop due to ground temperatures never coming up to temp. So I thought was great, because that means that you could poorly plant it.
I'd still like to see random events.
Want the natural disasters DLC?
Yeah, something like that.
City skylines. Got a great city going on, and then some hurricane comes through and wipes it out.
Or at least to improve upon the weather. Like, you know, if you do get a hailstorm, like it'll kill some of your crop, or I'd like to see tornadoes. Isn't there a fire mod?
Placeable fire? Yeah, I think so. I've seen screenshots and pictures of, I guess, people using it to set fire to their harvesters.
But I'd like to see random events like equipment failure, or you know, and make it. You can turn them off, of course. Like I did with the wheel. Do you remember the wheel?
Oh, oh no! Go back taxes like Apple. I heard about Apple's $15 billion tax penalty.
Yeah, when 19 comes out, I'll have to bring the wheel back.
Oh, gonna fling some poo in real life.
But I remember talking to GTX one night, and he said that he thought they were working on something like that. The random events.
189 pigs. Man, when did we get that many pigs? To 189 pigs. I don't know what I started out with.
They breed quick. You have to sell a load. Sell them. When's the price high? I can't remember on seasons.
Spring.
You probably have 300 by then.
Today is definitely not the day to sell them, because today is the best day to buy them. Could sell some cows. Stay winter. High point.
You said what, 162 is the max on that pasture.
Might sell them down to 150. Won't breed again until summer. Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to get more bacon makers for the next 2 days. Let's see how quick they reproduce. We're getting a new porker every 4 hours and 45 minutes. So every 4 hours and 45 minutes, we're getting a porker.
It's pumping them out.
They're like rabbits. Have like 8 more pigs between now and winter.
I think they don't breed in winter, but spring, summer, fall, I think they breed.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Since they changed it.
Yeah, with the new seasons, they breed 3 times, all 3 seasons. I used very sophisticated math. It was called trial, error, and luck. So I noticed today that the grass was only at 30-some% full. It's normally at 66. So then I went and checked the pasture, and it was at 0. So that basically told me that 162 cows is probably a little bit over my limit. It's kind of difficult to do it mathematically, I think, because you could use my calculator to establish, you know, how much grass a certain number of cows need. But the problem is the grass regrows as they're consuming it. So as you go through different transitions, the grass will go through different growth stages. So the grass will be eaten down, and then the grass will go through a growth transition, and then the volume of the grass will go up, and then they'll eat it down again. Basically, the maximum number of cows you can have would be where the cows are slowly eating more than the grass is regrowing, to the point where you're at 0 or near 0 right at the end of autumn. So, I don't know, it's kind of guess, a trial and error. Whoa, 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 no. Yeah, I would first start with, you know, how much grass does his pasture...
Need me to come get it, or you got it?
How much grass does his pasture support? And then start plugging in with the number of seasons that you play until you get that number of how many cows that amount of grass will be needed over the course of the year. And then it's some amount more than that, but not a lot more. Super Chat allows you to, if you do the heart with the little hands.
That'd be a good FS17 video.
Super Chat allows you to donate money to the American Red Cross for this stream. What about the spreadsheet?
You're talking about FS19 videos. You could do a new spreadsheet for FS19. Do a video on it.
Where is the...
For
Oh,
animal
I used
consumption.
F5, so I didn't see the line.
Guess you have to wait for seasons to come out.
There we go. Not really. I would have to figure out what the food consumption rate is per animal. Then I could basically use that to just multiply it out by the number of animals, and it would tell you how much food you... But like with the field yield, I took information that someone else had made to then extrapolate out, well, if you need so much food, and based on field yield, how much land do you need in order to produce that much food?
Gotcha. I still need to learn how to use courseplay. I've yet to figure it out.
Well, some days I feel lucky if I can get it to work the way I want it. The graphical course generation is leap years above trying to program it the old way.
Hey there, Silver Dragon.
He slip in here.
Yep, like a ninja.
No one heard the bleep.
You got any donations yet?
No. How's life treating you this week, Silver?
Yeah, it could be better.
Oh, there's a Coon Knight.
If you guys donate to the super chat,
there's a Coon
Red
Knight
Cross, I'll match the first $20.
odd, but I think it's for a food mixer. I don't think there's a Knight manure spreader, but there might be. In game, that is. I think we're gonna do all these fields but 13.
Yeah, 13's pretty big. I got 3 plowed. Start plowing 5.
I think when I finish this one, I'll just fast forward till 8 o'clock and let the BGA fire up and show the stream that since we fired it up today.
Yeah.
Check the forecast. Oh no, we got, oh my.
I used up almost all your fertilizer.
Oh, we got rain tomorrow.
Better get that filled in then.
Yeah, it's been a rough week for me.
Are you still feeling under the weather?
Yeah, and then having to do therapy don't help. get pretty burned out at the end of the day, you know?
That's what you were saying last time.
You doing PT? What they got you doing for the leg?
Yeah. They don't want it to lose its strength, so you know they're making me push it.
Yeah, they're the worst trainers in the world. Pushing you to the brink of exhaustion constantly, aren't they? It's all for your good, because you don't want to be letting it, having it end up, deteriorating down.
Yeah, and I've been having issues of it swelling, and at the end of the day, it's to the point where I come home, I just want to go to sleep. But lately, the leg's been so sore, I can't even concentrate playing the game, so yeah, I haven't bothered.
Oh, Irvin threw down the gauntlet.
Alright, good deal.
Smacked you with a gauntlet glove. Thanks for the donation, Mervin. All that will go towards the American Red Cross.
Oh yeah. Let me go get my wallet.
Once again, we are magically going to finish this field almost right on time. No, Michael, I'm on PC.
You plan it that way all the time. Don't kid yourself.
You all give me way too much credit for having any kind of a clue on how long stuff's going to take. It just works out that way. They were saying I planned this and I'm just faking it.
Planned what?
Exactly what to do in order to finish exactly at 2 hours with whatever job I'm doing.
I swear it's a gift that you have.
Told him, I was like, I have absolutely no idea how long this stuff's going to... It works out. It doesn't. Did you... Does it just show them, like, in the store, but did you actually... Did you try to pick them up? Did it not work? I mean, I guess if the trailer doesn't work, then... Alright, well, if the trailer doesn't work, this is what I'll do. Thank you for the donation, Rastic. If the trailer doesn't work,
that's pretty cool. Thanks.
Then write down what the delivery charges are. Okay? And then I'll log in and the bank will reimburse you for the delivery charges. That sounds fair. Or if you know a mod trailer that does work, just send it to me and I'll put it on the server. Either way. Oh, look, we got $228 from the BGA. Saw that pop up. Again, guys, anybody that wants to do a super chat for good, that's the little heart with the hands. 100% of the money donated on that super chat for good will go to the American Red Cross, which is the charity for which I have designated for this stream, and actually for the streams for the next 2 weeks. That will help aid the recovery of South Carolina and North Carolina. And an interesting statistic that I didn't realize until I looked it up. But according to the American Red Cross, which is required to report this type of information as a result of being a registered 501c3 nonprofit organization, 91 cents of every dollar donated actually goes towards relief of one sort or the other. There are some charities out there that have a significantly lower percentage of the money that is donated where it actually goes. 91 cents on a dollar is pretty darn good. The other 9 cents goes towards overhead like paying professional staff to run the organization, buying supplies for volunteers, transport costs to transport aid, and various things like that. I don't have a PlayStation, so no. Closest thing I have to a console is we've got an old Nintendo Wii that we bought for our daughter.
I started plowing field 4, and I was like, oh, we don't have to plow 4.
We bought for our daughter many years ago.
Could plow 5.
And now our son enjoys it. He's 4. It's the closest thing I've got to a console. I guess it is technically a console.
I'll just bring the plow back to the farm. I got 3 done.
The only thing I have close to a console is a Commodore 64. That's it.
Yeah.
Still work?
Yep.
Sweet.
I have a Nintendo Switch, or my son does.
It's got the tape drives and everything else too, and everything.
The Switch looks pretty cool.
That's nice.
I can imagine once the kid gets a little older, he's going to be like, oh, what's that? I want that. Right now he's more than
nice,
satisfied with the Wii.
It's super portable. Like, you just unhook the controller, attach it to it, and pull it out of the dock, and just take it with them.
Yeah, it's like a portable and a home unit at the same time.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much the home unit's just a charging dock and TV connection.
I heard on the radio that Sony's going to release a PlayStation Classic for all those nostalgia players.
Oh, they're gonna preload it with a bunch of games, I guess.
I think so.
I almost bought the Nintendo Classic, but I never did. Next time a game system comes out, though, I'm buying like 3 of them, putting them on eBay.
Oh, look at you, scalper.
Yeah, everyone else does it. I say that every time and I never do it.
Alright. We're going to leave this stuff here.
I look at it this way. Consoles are so overrated now that, you know, you pay $50-$60 for the game, and you can buy the computer one for a third of the cost.
Put this up. And let's speed this up till 8 o'clock. Alright, so 8 o'clock. And now if we go to the F1 menu, see that we are consuming material because our bunker fill level is dropping. Typically the LCD here would display the same in value. We can see that our power production is going up, and it will just steadily climb all hour. And then at 9 o'clock, it will stop grinding away. And basically, overnight, it will slowly lower the amount of power that's being produced. But it will never get to 0. And as it churns on the material, as it chews it up, so to speak, it will obviously produce more power. So we'll get more money per hour as a result. So if we look at our... We didn't fire this up until around midday.
Now, do you have to... Where it says fill level for manure bonus. Oh, it says manure bonus granted. Okay.
So we
you have
didn't
to
fire
fill
this...
it to a certain point, I guess.
You don't have to. You just get a bonus until it's the... So we didn't fire this up until after midday. We didn't really have any material in it other than the starting material. We've earned $1,600, basically doing nothing with it. See tomorrow.
Nice.
We'll earn even more money steadily for the next several game days. Like on Rathlin Island, I was pulling in $25,000 a day. Right around $1,000 an hour for feeding it in the morning and the night. Yeah, we're just going to use silage for now because we got so much of it. Kind of just to try things different. Yeah, the bunker only holds 30,000 as opposed to the in-game 50,000. Then as the day goes on, the percentage of manure bonus will lower until it goes down to 0, and then we'll just get less money.
How much manure will it hold?
If you put solid manure in, it goes towards the 30,000.
Gotcha.
Put liquid manure in, it doesn't. I don't know. I put a whole semi in it with some percent.
Okay.
And then you can increase the feeding rate or decrease the feeding rate. It will go through more material. I don't know if it necessarily produces more energy. I know it definitely produces more digestate. So that's kind of the basics of the BGA extension. You know, and the fact that you can obviously feed it much more than just what the typical in-game BGA takes. We could bring wheat, barley, or canola up here. Potatoes, sugar beet, sugar cane, all that can produce energy. Manure, slurry, and of course silage. Hay. This one's taking grass. The one on Rathlin Island didn't take grass or straw. Yeah, it is. See, I'm at 356, 357, 358. It slowly ticks up. We got basically 1.6 million liters in here to use. So I figured we just go ahead and use it up. See how long it takes to go through 1.6 million liters. We speed up to 9 o'clock.
So then I guess when you need to, you can just put more manure in.
At 9 o'clock, it'll stop. Remember, we were producing like 114 kilowatts when we started it up, but now we're up to 145. And we made $255 that hour, which is a little bit more money than we made last time. And we'll basically make $250 an hour all night long. So for the next 12 hours, we'll be making $255. So every 4 hours is $1,000. So 4, 8, 12. So we'll make $3,000 overnight, pretty much just doing nothing. In fact, let's just go ahead and go to more morning. Oh, it's raining. Oh, it's done. Look up here. Made $2,800 yesterday and $1,700 already this morning. First 6 hours of the day, we made $1,700. And our power generation is down a little bit from where it was. Our manure bonus has dropped a little bit. It will slowly drop down to nothing. But that's pretty much going to be a twice a day thing from now on the map, is to come up here and feed the BGA and keep the money rolling in. See 288, 286, 285. So as the power drops off, as the power production drops off a little bit, then our money kind of drops off per hour.
So it does it twice a day?
It basically eats twice a day at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m.
Okay. Okay.
So as long as you keep material in it and come in after, what I do is after 9 o'clock, I'll come in here and I'll top it off. Then after 9 p.m., I'll come in here and top it off. Then, you know, just let it run. You definitely don't have to be here while it's running. So guys, thanks for coming out and watching. I won't be streaming tomorrow night. We're actually going to, me and the oldest kid is going to a high school play tomorrow night. They're doing
And you still get
Night of the Living Dead.
Get Digestate. Okay, cool.
And then Friday night, we'll be back here on South Mountain Creamery. She was going to have to do a football game, but they canceled that and moved it a different day. So, until next time, guys, happy farming.